Welcome to Frosh Softball Screencasts, episode number 2. I'm your host, Coach Bob the Tomato. If you remember, last time we introduced the concept of the 3 B's, the ball, base, and backup. And we gave an example of how to react if the ball is hit towards the shortstop. Well, today's episode, we will see how that works when the ball is hit on the right side of the field towards second base. So here we go. Once again, the 3 B's are ball, base, and backup. So if the pitcher makes their pitch and the batter hits the ball and it bounces towards this direction, the closest to the ball is the pitcher. The pitcher is going to turn and try to get the ball. For this scenario, we're going to say she missed. First base is running out to get it. Now, first base has a problem. They can't go too far unless they know they're actually going to get the ball. Most of the time, first base is going to try, and then they're going to whip around, turn around, and come right back to the base. Next in line is second base. And next in line in the defense is the right fielder. The right fielder is trying to come in and get the ball. Remember, we talked about going to get the ball first. And last in line is the center fielder. So once again, we have a general lineup where all these players are lined up somewhere along this line. So let's take a look and see what happens when each individual player gets it. If the pitcher gets the ball, it's going to happen pretty quickly, and the first baseman is going to be close, so they're just going to turn around and cover the base and be ready for when the pitcher throws the ball. Now, here's the tricky part. If the first baseman actually gets that ball, the second baseman then has to continue heading towards first base and take over the base. First baseman, who's out here somewhere, is going to then throw the ball to first base, which is covered by second. If the second baseman did indeed get the ball, that means the ball traveled pretty deep, and the right fielder is getting deep because they're trying to get that ball as well. Now the right fielder sees the second baseman has grabbed the ball. They're going to try to get into a backup position, which means they suddenly turn. And they're headed this way in case the ball is poorly thrown. Center field no longer has to get the ball. They're going to turn around and come back to their position as a backup. So that deals with the right-hand side of the field. So what happens on the left-hand side of the field? Well, the shortstop, who's not involved in getting the ball, then has to go and cover the base. Our shortstop's going to take over this base since the second baseman is at first, or headed towards first. Third baseman, they're going to pretty much stay over here at third base. The left fielder then acts as a backup. They've got to come in right about here, or maybe in this area, depending on where the ball is. And the reason I say that is because the left fielder has to back up a throw to second base. And that throw is probably going to come if the ball got all the way out to the center fielder. If the center fielder happened to pick up that ball, chances are they're not going to make the throw to first at that point. They're going to be throwing to second. So the left fielder comes in and backs up shortstop. They're going to come about here. If something goes wrong and the second baseman grabs it, or maybe they're trying to make a double play, second baseman is trying to throw this way, we need that left fielder over in this spot. The backup position is a fluid position. It's the most difficult one to understand. Getting the ball is easy. Going to the base is pretty much self-explanatory. It's where you go for the backup that can change. In one moment, the left fielder's here, the next moment they're here. Center field, one moment is here, the next moment they're over here. Same as right field. One moment they're getting the ball, the next moment they're getting the backup. There's a lot for the outfielders to think and do.